2021, obviously you've lost Beauden for the year. He's gone over to fill his pockets with yen, as you did many a time. And the 10-15 split that you did last season with Aoteri at 10 generally and Bodie at 15, are you going to stick with Oates at 10 and then maybe a Stephen Perifeta, or are you going to go Harry Plummer in those positions? What's your balance looking like in that?
We could. I think it worked because there are a couple of things. Bodie was new to the team. Oates was a formed player. Bodie's been playing a lot of fullback. Bodie wasn't goal kicking at the time because he was reconfiguring. Thank you.
That'll do.
Like he was changing his kicking. So he was playing around with his kicking technique, and it just took a bit of pressure off him because there was a lot of expectation and pressure on Bodie anyway, So to step up into a new team, drive the game, pressure of the goal kicking on his shoulders, settling into a new city, it was a nice fit. And the plan was always to move him forward in the second half of the season, which we end up doing. So whether we do that again depends on the circumstances. Obviously, it's got to fit the team and the players. We're lucky enough to have a really good pre-season period to see. We've got some young players that we've signed coming through. We've got a lot of potential. We've got a lot of. I'm pretty excited about some of our younger talent coming through at fullback in particular. And there's going to be a good jostle for our 10 jersey as well, with Oates being the incumbent and Harry Plummer driving Auckland really well this year, and Stephen Perifeta, I thought. He had a tough year with Taranaki, but his personal form was outstanding. So, yeah, it will depend on who puts their hand up in pre-season, but we do have that option, definitely.
How do your players handle, particularly going into this season, a different kind of expectation? For so many years, the expectation of the Blues wasn't always that great, and now, after what happened in Super Rugby Aotearoa, there are expectations, huge crowds at Eden Park, and people were thronging back. So particularly some of those younger ones who may be going into a second or third season, how do you expect them to handle those expectations?
Yeah, look, it's different. It's something the Crusaders have done well, and something the All Blacks do very, very well, is they learn how to push themselves throughout the week when they're favourites. It's very easy. It's probably the easiest thing in sports is to be ridden off and be the underdog, because nobody expects you to do well, so you've got nothing to lose. Whereas when there's the expectation to perform, that's different. So that's something that will be, as a coaching group and leadership group, we have to work that out ourselves really quickly. But we felt that even last year there was an expectation on us to win now, so it's not that foreign to us now.
It looked like they were taking a lot more responsibility in terms of the team's performance and the accountability around the way you were playing. Is that how you've sort of tried to grow that amongst that group? Yeah, look, it's been a growth area, and it's still a growth area. Definitely, we've got a group of guys that are just really hungry to be part of a successful Blues team, and I think the first thing we need to do is we need to learn how to challenge each other in a way, and that's been hard work, especially with the demographic of our group. It's not easy to call your mate out, and it is a skill that's hard to learn. Down south, it's the opposite way. You got to pull your jets, mate. It's a bit personal. But we're trying to find our way, and we are finding our own way. We don't have to copy any other team. We just got to find the way that works for us. And I feel we're sort of starting to find that. And without Bodie there, he made a big difference. Without Dan Carter there, there's some gaps to fill. But I think we're making some good progress here.